You've heard of the 7 habits of highly effective people, but how many of you have heard of the 8th habit? This is Jimi Hendrix, and this is the 8th habit with Stephen Covey on Empower Your Pattern. There are success principles to help you receive more, to help you live a better and extraordinary life right now. In this podcast, we give you the temporal and spiritual tips to help you overcome the adversities in everyday life. I am Jimi Hendrix. I am a success, confidence, and thrive coach, member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And if you come with me, I will help you with these success patterns. Let's go. We'll get back with the 8th habit, but first, a word from our sponsors. Did you know that there is a Facebook group called Empower Your Pattern? If all goes well, you can request to be a member, and there will be a Facebook Live for all members of Empower Your Pattern on the afternoon of March the 26th, 2022. So, be sure to be your best to be there, because it's the first event of Empower Your Pattern, even though it's virtual. And now, back to Stephen Covey.
It was a dark and stormy night. Captain, wake up. Oh, what is it? Sorry to waken you, sir, but we have a serious problem. Well, what is it? There's a ship in our sea lane about 20 miles away, and they refuse to move. Tell them to move. Sir, we have. They won't move. I'll tell them. Signal goes out. Move starboard 20 degrees at once. The signal returns. Move starboard yourself 20 degrees at once. I can't believe this. I mean, I'm a captain. Let them know who I am. I am important. Signal goes out. This is Captain Horatio Hornblower, the 26th, commanding you to move starboard 20 degrees at once. Signal returns. This is Seaman Carl Jones, the 3rd, commanding you to move starboard 20 degrees at once. What arrogance. Who is this joker? I mean, we're a battleship. We could just blow them. Let them know who we are. Signal goes out. This is the mighty Missouri, flagship of the 7th Fleet. The signal returns. This is the lighthouse. That's a true story, by the way. It's found in the Naval Proceedings Manual, where they literally interpreted a lighthouse to be a ship. But I like the story because it helps me introduce this subject, that there are laws of nature or lighthouse principles that govern life. We think we govern it. We may let our values govern our behavior, but the consequences of that behavior is governed by those lighthouse principles. One of which is that there are 4 parts to our nature: our body, our mind, our heart, and our spirit. And that all 4 parts represent 4 capabilities, 4 needs, 4 intelligences, 4 dimensions that need to be honored and respected and integrated and put into a synergistic whole. In doing so, it can help a person find his or her voice and also inspire others to find his or her voice. Voice is when your talent and your passion, what you're good at and what you love doing, overlaps what the world needs. What can drive your economic engine? Or if you're in a not-for-profit, what adds value? What contributes? As driven by conscience, body, mind, heart, and spirit, all four integrated together. Now, we need to look at what is it that enables us to discover, to find our voice. But let me tell you 5 things that do not. These are what I call the 5 metastasizing emotional cancers. And if you get involved in these 5 things, I will guarantee you it will create such static and such compartmentalization inside your nature, you will never really find your voice. The attitude and spirit of criticism, of comparing, of complaining, of competing for a sense of your own worth, and of contending. That is a mean spirit kind of argument, kind of a contention. These are 5 metastasizing cancers. Criticizing, complaining, comparing, competing, not in a basketball game or in the marketplace, but competing for a sense of personal worth, and then contending. The spirit of contention. Now, if you want to see how serious this problem is, watch the raise of hands right here in this group of many, many hundreds of people. Think carefully about this question. How many seriously believe that the vast majority of the workforce in your organizations possess more talent, more capability, more creativity, etc., than their present jobs require or even allow them to use? How many agree? Now look around. Look around. That's literally almost every hand. And the finding that we have all around the world, a profound alienation, disempowerment of the workforce in organizations. People have not found their voice. There is no passion, which necessitates external motivation, supervision, psych up, hovering over, check up. The whole panoply of techniques used by the industrial age. Now, how many also feel a lot of pressure to produce more for less? Look, same hands. Now just put those questions side by side. Just look at those 2 questions. Here's all this capability, this talent, this capacity, and this tremendous need to produce, we can't even use it. Okay, let's look at how we develop our voice and how we inspire others to find their voices and to use them in the new knowledge economy. This is what I call the 8th habit. It builds upon the other 7, but it is like the 3rd dimension to the other 7. Find your voice and inspire others to find theirs. Okay, let's go back to nature. These are birth gifts. There are 3 of them, basically. They're right into our DNA. Here's a listing of them. First, our freedom and power to choose. Second, principles that are universal. That means they apply everywhere. I've taught them in 60 different countries all around this world. Timeless, they never change, and self-evident. Here is an illustration of a self-evident principle. You can never really sustain a trust in a relationship if you are not trustworthy. Have you ever tried to talk yourself out of a problem you behaved yourself into? How did it go? Have you ever seen a company try to PR itself out of a problem it behaved itself into? How did that go? See, these are universal, self-evident principles, non-controversial. And third, 4 parts to our nature, 4 intelligences, 4 capacities: body, mind, heart, and spirit. These are hardwired into our very nature. IQ, that's for the mind. EQ, that is emotional, social intelligence. That comes from self-awareness, and it also comes from awareness of others, the ability to listen, to care, to empathize, to relate. These are social skills.
Now, I hope you enjoyed listening to Empower Your Pattern 2.0. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a citizen of Pattern Realm. This is Jimi Hendrix saying, until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others want so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. And God bless you.